technique. Technique is that unique approach, that strategy, that method that you specifically use for a specific task, objective, mission, or goal that you have to accomplish. A technique. The technique is supposed to help make your job or your task easier. It's supposed to help increase efficiency, productivity. It should reduce your stress and workload. It should save time. And ultimately, if you can save time, you can save energy, you can increase productivity, you can also increase your money, your profit. Technique. Proper technique in anything also provides for safety and reduces hazards and risk. Technique. Master that. Tutelage and training. Tutelage, meaning to have and be under the mentorship, having a tutor, somebody who can demonstrate proficiency and experience and expertise in the same field and area of work that you're doing, right? This person or group of people will be providing you the hows and the whys of what you do. How do you perform X amount of tasks? What type of tasks? Why you perform these tasks? They are to show you the ins and outs. They are to show you the methods, right? They are supposed to show you the proper way of doing things. They're supposed to show you everything that's under policy and under code. Proper tutelage, proper training. That's the difference between a good employee and a bad employee. Yes, people come to jobs with their own set behavior and habits, but a person that has gotten the proper tutelage and mentorship and shown how to complete a task from the beginning to the end and deliver a service or product that is required for the job or for the customer base that they're serving, they can perform that. Make sure that you get you a mentor or tutor whenever you start a new job or service. Do not go in there blindly, fumbling around. Get proper tutelage. Ask for training. Ask for help. Sometimes, as men, we are afraid to ask for help because it may seem like it's revealing some inadequacy. No, you want proper training so that you can perform your job and then rise to the point where you're actually doing a better job than you imagine. Tutelage and training. Get you some. Tools and technology. Tools and technology. These are required for any job, any task that must be completed. Tools and technology. What do? Tools and technology, they are the inanimate resources that are needed and required in order for you to perform your job. If you are a carpenter, you are going to need a hammer, a saw, you're going to need some nails, right? If you are a software engineer, you're going to need a computer, you're going to need a keyboard, right? You're going to need some interfaces. There are certain um, manuals of instruction of what you need to do, right? Tools and technology, they are to help make your job easier. Tools and technology, they're the key components between having a complete product and service to deliver to your boss or your customer base and having an incomplete product. You cannot build a house without proper tools. In this 21st century base, cyber based society and economy, you're going to need technology to provide services, provide goods. This is why we have apps, we have software and computer programs, you have automation, people doing telecommuting, telework, right? Geofencing, all these things. You have to make sure you have the proper tools and technology before you begin any task. So, first things first, once you get your task, Once you get your objective, your mission, your goals, and assignment, and you've gotten the proper training and tutelage, you want to know, hey, what are my available inanimate resources, my tools and technology that I need to perform my duty? I need that first. Do not proceed any further with what you have to do until you have the proper tools and the proper resources and technology to perform your duty. Otherwise, you're going to look like the fool. If I'm a cook, I need to make sure that I have my different oils, I have my different pots and pans. I make sure that I have all of my different knives and forks and different silverware that I need to make my dishes. I need to make sure that I have the right stoves. I need to make sure that I have the right bowls for whipping and dipping and whatever else. If I'm a teacher, I need to make sure that what? I have my lesson plans, the different books that I need. Teaching has definitely evolved from when I grew up as a young boy, but there are various instruments and technologies that teachers need to have before they try to teach a class. So make sure that you have your tools and technology to perform your duties. One, time, timing. As a young man, sometimes you feel invincible and you feel like you have all the time in the world to do what you want, to accomplish all your goals. And that's the young man's state of mind. As you get older, as you age, you start realizing as people die, as people get incarcerated, and just things happen, you start lose track of time. You start losing track of time. You start realizing now I'm trying to keep up with time before time passes because time waits for no man. And I cannot go back in time. And tomorrow's not promised. All I have is the right now. And so with time, you must, and I encourage all young men to embrace this mentality of understanding time. All you have right now is now. This is time and this is timing. See, there's a purpose for you on this earth. And when that time comes, you may not ever know what your purpose may be. You may never know. Some people have found their purpose. Some people may create their purpose, which is key too. But timing, like I said, you don't have yesterday. You can't get that back. There's no remix, there's no redo, there's no rehearsal, there's no dress rehearsal for this. Tomorrow's not promised. You only have the now. What do? You utilize time. You use it. You exploit the time that you have living and breathing right now. That means you are working on your mistakes. You're working on your corrections. You are steadily refining yourself. You're perfecting yourself. You are constantly working on your vision. You're working towards and engineering that vision you have for yourself in the future. Yes, tomorrow's not promised, but I want to be ready for it in case tomorrow does show up ready for me. You want to make sure that you are making all the modifications necessary. You are learning, you are training yourself, just like being in the gym every day, training myself to perform. See, because when time comes, that moment, that kairos moment, for you don't want to be caught lacking, being uncertain, being average, unsatisfactory. You don't want to be below par, substandard. No. When time comes for you to do your thing, when it's your time, when it's your time, when it's show time, you want to show time that time can pause for a second. And time can sit back and look at you and marvel, wow, this young man was ready. He was prepared and he was hungry. He was ready to take the steering wheel and drive off into the sunset with his dream, his purpose, his vision, his mission statement, make his mark, his tattoo on the world. Time, time is money. Don't believe me? Ask the very first and the last investors in Bitcoin, the very first and the very last investors in Amazon. the very first and the very last investors in Apple, the very first, the very last investors in Microsoft, and all these other blue chip companies. The difference between time. Time. Time is life. Just ask a new parolee from prison and somebody that's doing life in prison. Time. Make sure you master your time. Don't let anybody steal your time. Your time is your time. Use it wisely, use it efficiently, and productively and wisely. You only get one shot at life. Talent. Talent is that natural, universal, celestial, heavenly gift bestowed upon you. It's for you. It is tailor-made for you. No one else can do it like you do it, how you do it. It is that natural finesse. It comes to you easy. You have a understanding of something, a proficiency at doing something that nobody else can do. Or you can do it in a way that's just so different and so much more impactful. But you must discover your talent. Sometimes talents appear easily. Sometimes talents, they must be unearthed. They must be excavated from your soul. How do you do that? How do you find your talent? You must become involved in a lot of things. Hopefully they are productive, but you must go out and expose yourself and experience life. You must participate in a lot of activities to find out, what am I good at? What comes to me naturally? What comes to me easy that not everybody else gets? And then you want to zero in on that like a GPS location. You want to ping that, then master that. And then you want to tie that in with your purpose. Talent and purpose and some energy, you're going straight to the moon. Always spend time. We talk about time, spend time with yourself and your talent. When you apply your talent to all the other T's that I talked about, you're going to be an unstoppable force. The universe has to reckon with you. The last T that supersedes anything. Be thankful. Be thankful. Be thankful. This goes into gratitude because a lot of this stuff doesn't have to happen. You didn't have to wake up today. You didn't have to be afforded an opportunity. Somebody didn't have to help you out. You didn't have to wake up with a roof over your head or warm running water or food to eat or having someone in your life that cares for you and loves you and stands by you. Somebody to help you out, give you money when you need it, give you that tutelage and training and mentorship that you needed to give you that boost. Always be thankful. Always be thankful. Thank those that help you. Never forget. Never look down. Always be thankful. Those that help you, make sure that they know that you are thankful. You tell them thank you and thank them for the specific actions that they've done. Whether it was just an encouraging word or taking time to talk to you, or whether they were actually giving you tutelage and mentorship on how to perform a task on a job, or just being there. Always be thankful. Have that spirit of gratitude. The universe will reciprocate all this and pour more back into your cup. Those 6 T's of manhood. Lock it down. Master that.